had tons of support in terms of my success. I was in the honors program, and I was encouraged by all of my professors to do that. And obviously they're very accessible. Paul Ewing made a big difference in my life. We're still good friends. He actually served as a reference for me for the Arizona State Bar.
When I first started out, it was like, I'm just taking classes, that's it. I'm not going to get involved. And then the dean of the Chino campus actually walked in during one of my classes, slapped an application down on my desk and said, "You're going to apply for the Honors College." Got involved with the Honors College and Phi Theta Kappa, and it was a fabulous experience, and kind of broke me out of my shell a little bit.
I had wanted to be a lawyer since I was 12 years old, but by the time I graduated high school, the thought of going to 7 more years of school was just, no thank you, so I just decided not to, and I didn't follow the traditional path, and and life just sort of happened. And then after a few years, I decided that I probably would never be happy doing anything else, and so even if it's going to take me longer, and even if I have to start later, I'm still going to do it because it was important to me.
The memory that comes to mind immediately is standing waist deep in waders in a tilapia tank. Just the hands-on. Not every institution has those programs where you actually get to practice what you're learning in the classroom, so definitely the hands-on aspect is one of the best things.
I was a goal getter, so I always had a goal in mind, so I was kind of all over the place about where I wanted to go to school. I wasn't definitely was not gonna go to a university. I knew that it was expensive, and I knew that there were other options for me, and I was more interested into a smaller school.
Something you really don't get often at universities, with that one-on-one, this is what you need to do. And I got that at Yavapai.
I left Yavapai with a scholarship to a university, which I think, to this university. So I think and that was a great opportunity as well. I mean, with the smaller class sizes and smaller community size, I think I had a better chance at getting scholarship opportunities like that, because if I had started here, that would have been impossible. In fact, the scholarship that I received was only for community college students transferring.
I figured college was going to be just as easy as high school, and I was wrong. And so it was a nice kind of a wake-up call, taking some of the first classes and getting some of those first exams back that, like, okay, I need to buckle down and start studying. And knowing that you're being held accountable for your grades. Your teachers aren't going to hold your hand. They're there to help if you go ask them, which is fabulous. But knowing that your education is on you and you need to develop those time management and study skills was great.
Toughness, I would say the toughness is very similar. Like, the way the class is set up, the way the syllabus reads and stuff like that, they're very similar, so you could really copy a class from Yavapai and throw some U of A logos on it and be like, this is a class at U of A, and I would be able to tell the difference. I had a college savings of, X amount of dollars, which was enough to kind of put a dent into a major university, and I didn't really think about it, and when I was at Yavapai, I was like, oh, it costs this much, and I'm like, wait, I have that, I have it covered, no loans. I mean, I didn't get scholarships, so I had it completely covered, and that was kind of a great feeling.
Stay away from as much debt as possible, and I say that because I'm in the financial aid arena. Save the debt for your graduate degree.
Finances were definitely a consideration when choosing between Yavapai and another school. And knowing that the value of the classes is still there, even though you're paying substantially less, is a nice relief, especially if you're undecided and you're unsure what you want to do. I felt Yavapai was a safe place to kind of explore some different classes and still get a good value for my money.
I'd talked to friends that were going to Yavapai, or friends that had gone to college, and a lot of them would say, just easier to get those first 2 years out of the way with less expense. And then when you transfer to a four-year college, you don't have the same kind of debt that everyone else does. And I think that was good advice, because I like other people, left Yavapai with zero debt. It seems like a long road, and it seems sometimes like it's too much. Keep your end goal in mind and focus, and just know that every semester you're just that much closer. And you just have to keep your, shoulder to the wheel and keep working, and never forget what it is that you're there for and what's important to you.
Get a Arizona general education curriculum to transfer to a university. They'll have the associate's degree. And if you do really well and you get the one-on-one with all the professors and you really stick to the books and the studies, you can graduate with honors and be on the academic honor roll and then go into the university ready.
Reason I'm so successful here is I am involved, and people who get involved, they're successful. So being around so many successful people helps drive you, and that's what really has helped me do well here. So if I had one piece of advice, it'd be get involved immediately. At Yavapai, wherever you go, just in the community, just get out there and do something.
Early communication with your academic advisor and checking the transfer guide is key to making every credit count.